can't wait for my bangs to grow a little more because it tends to do this wave thing and I can't stand it.
So what made you decide to cut them?
I don't know. I would just need a new look, I guess. So hi everyone. Hi Shaun.
Hi Maria, what's going on?
We moved my oldest from her dorm.
So she's done a full year
yes,
of college or semester or whatever you call it.
Full year. First year in college is done. So yeah, it was moving. So we moved her out, and she was sad because she even said like, "Wow, that went by so fast."
I feel like it went by fast, and I didn't even go to college with her.
Right, and then so just like the whole she was packing everything, and and then so she came there with the items that we packed, but she came out of there with more stuff. And how do you fit all that stuff in your dorm room? I don't know.
Because dorms are they?
They're small.
That's what I thought. Okay.
but I find that kids, you buy all this stuff they think they need, and then when they're ready to move out, they have to move out. And you find all these kids throwing away stuff that's practically new.
Is it things that you bought them because they said, "Mom, I need this"? Or
well, yeah, at the time they need it, but then it's like, I mean, I'm glad my daughter didn't throw away stuff that she needs because she's going to move into an apartment the upcoming school year. But
okay, so for example, you're talking about like a little refrigerator.
Yeah.
Because they need it in the dorm. And now she's moving into an apartment.
Well, we rented ours. But some people buy their own fridge.
Okay.
And I don't know what they do with that fridge. I mean, but I'm sure you would find some people probably throw giving it away or or even maybe chairs or like stuff you don't need. They probably end up giving it away or throwing it out. I don't know. So if you ever need new stuff, you may want to visit a college and see if there's stuff that you might need.
Are they seriously just junking it?
Probably. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm just my wheels are spinning because I'm thinking they should because they're in college, in a marketing level.
I'm sure. I'm thinking maybe the school provides that option where you can store stuff if you're coming back to the dorms next year.
Yeah.
They should. But I mean, I still do believe that if you visit a college, the garbage
at the right time,
bins
at the end of
the year, I'm sure you're going to find some things that are barely used.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And they just want to get rid of it.
Because I never stayed in the dorm.
Yeah. I didn't either.
So I don't know what that
I stayed at my friend's dorms. I didn't have my own dorm. I would visit a lot. I have a reason to leave my house and visit.
So she's going to be home for the whole summer?
Yes, until she moves to her apartment. So that's going to be another packing
thing. How's that transitioning going?
Great. I mean, I was so excited for her to be back.
Aww.
You understand. I missed her so much. But it was nice. I mean, even though we kind of got into a little argument when she came home, not even a hello. It was more like this person's trying to dictate to me and my husband, when I came home, I told you guys to throw all this stuff. I still need to get the stuff ready upstairs.
Because she's so independent now.
Of course. Because
she's lived on her own.
Because for a year.
For 1 year.
For 1 year. Now she knows better than us, right? No. I mean, I get it. She was packing and she was coming home on the weekends to get the room ready upstairs. And she did say, can you please throw some of these stuff out? Or no, we had an assignment. So
Mom, Dad, I have homework for you.
It's like my husband had to get her box spring ready for the bed upstairs. And then there was something I had to move out of the hallway, but I didn't do. I was busy. I have my own life too. I still have 2 other kids to think about. Okay. And so what I was parking in the driveway as she and my husband were unloading the stuff off the car, and I said, "Hey," and she's like, right off, not even, Mom, I told you. I'm like, excuse. And what did I said? I said, excuse me. Do not dictate to me.
Like, where's my hug?
I was like, you came out of me, okay? I said, I got things to do. Bye. When you're ready to talk to me in a nice way, I'll talk to you.
How does she respond to you when you say you came out of me? Because
she doesn't say anything. She's like,
I use it differently.
She'll kind of roll her eye, but
I've used the word like you came out of mine. And my daughter's like, Mom, that's totally gross.
I don't know. Well, I don't go into I was like, you came out of me. Remember that.
Yeah. Don't forget where you came from.
You forget. I can put you back in there.
I don't think you can.
We can try.
Okay, let's go back.
Oh my god! Okay. No, I could not. No, we shouldn't. I don't know. Maybe no.
Okay, so she just gave you attitude,
major attitude, but yeah. But then a few hours later, she's.
That drives me crazy. How kids can just bounce back from having one emotion to another, and then
think it's okay and you'll be okay with it. It takes me a while to get it, like you.
Like I said, our last episode, I said it takes I can't get over it as
not
quickly as you can.
Well, I had to learn to be like them because we will never talk if I didn't because the stuff they go from this to this every day. If I'm not over that one yet, and she starts something else, it's gonna keep going. So I have to tell myself, okay, you need to get over that because they don't know what they're doing. I mean, they don't realize what they're doing. I mean,
thank you, because they totally think they do in the moment.
No, it's that generation where they feel like they can say whatever, and it's like nothing. It's like. Don't you, you know what I mean? Don't you understand that what you said was hurtful? They don't see it that way. Until you point it out. But you have to point it out, though. I'm like, that was inappropriate. Don't do it. That's actually what happened. So when she gave me that attitude, we didn't talk for a few hours. And then later on, when she was a lot calmer, because I knew she was stressed. I knew she was trying to get unloading. She was trying to get everything, get her room ready upstairs, blah, blah. So I didn't talk to her until I know she's all good. And when she's fine, I said, I know you were frustrated, but don't ever talk to me like that again. And that's all I had to say.
But it doesn't end. I've done that too.
It's never going to end.
And then it happens again.
But as long as you keep telling them that stuff, eventually they'll get it. I don't know when, but they will.
I guess we got it eventually.
That's what I mean. Eventually, we got it. I don't know what age that was.
I have no idea what age it was when I got it. Maybe I still didn't get it.
But you just have to look at yourself, right? It's like, well, actually, I matured. So eventually, they will too.
I know.
But like I said, I can't hold a grudge each time. That's something I need to learn. It's like, wow, that was hurtful, but I have to bounce back just like they do.
And just understanding that she's going through something, like she has her own stresses, like she's moving out of her dorm, she's moving back at home,
and then
she's just starting a new job.
Like there's different things going on. And then they don't have enough sleep, and I always tell them,
and they're learning how to handle it.
Yeah. And the sleep thing, I tell them, like, if you don't get enough sleep, that's part of why you are short with me, and because I'm short with people when I don't get enough rest or when I'm hungry.
Yes,
that's why I said, "Did you eat? Go have some food before you talk to me."
I tell my daughter to drink some water. I'm like, drink some water.
Seriously, right? Because hydrate. Really makes a difference. If they're hungry, they're hangry.
And that's a real thing.
It's a real thing. Hangry is a real thing.
Snickers is not commercial.
So yeah, the moving thing. So our Airbnb house. So we're going to end up renting that long term.
Okay.
So I have to pack everything out of that house.
Oh, because it's like ready for people to just like.
Well, people that are going to rent it long term are going to bring their own stuff.
So what are you going to do? You know,
probably have to, and probably use some of this, like change maybe some of the stuff here in the house. I don't know. Figure it out. I mean, some of that stuff my kids can use because they want to change
your
their
daughter
room.
Can use because she's moving into a new apartment.
That's what I thought. The only thing, everything is furnished in that apartment. To be honest with you, the only thing that she needs to bring are TVs.
TVs, isn't that plural? Isn't that crazy?
Well, one in her room and probably one in the living room, and a couple kitchen stools maybe because they don't provide that, and a toaster. They don't provide that, I think. But the rest of the stuff,
it's fully furnished.
Yes, because with this apartment, I don't know if this is the way it is now with colleges. It's you rent. When you're on the lease, you are renting by the bed, by the bedroom. It's like, so if you don't have roommates in mind, they will put you with other people.
That's so interesting. And that's just because it's located near the college?
Yeah, it's near campus. Okay. So
because I lived on the beach.
And well, yeah. Well, what I'm saying,
they give you nothing.
But this is what I'm saying. So I guess when we were looking for apartments, it's by beds. But obviously she's going to be rooming with two of her sorority sisters, so they had to put each other's names down. That this is who I'm rooming with. So they put them together because if you don't put anyone, they're going to pair you up with somebody. You know what I'm saying?
That's so interesting. So it's almost like still being in a dorm,
kinda. But you have your own room. You're renting.
But that's an option you can do through the college.
Yeah, if you want to bring your own stuff, actually, they said, well, you can move out the stuff that's there and put in storage unit, and just make sure you put it back when you move out. If you want to bring your own bed, if you want to bring your own couch, but most likely,
totally want to bring my own bed.
Exactly. I told my daughter, I said, you may want to bring your own mattress. The mattress. Just change the mattress. Yeah. You know what I mean? Because you don't know.
Let's not even go there, especially in college.
Yeah, I know. I'm sorry.
That's but next level.
Exactly. Do you know what I mean? Ew. Yeah, sorry. Yeah.
I've never heard of that though before.
Yeah, that was the first thing for us too. I said when we were looking for apartments, it's like, everybody. It's not like how it was where everybody's on the lease like that. It's by the bed. So I guess it just makes it easier. Let's say somebody doesn't pay the rent. Mm-hmm. So, but they can't kick the other two out just because of one person not paying the rent. It's, you know what I'm saying? You're not bounded with what the other person is doing.
Okay. Huh. Interesting. Mm-hmm. Things change.
Yeah.
I mean, seriously, things change. I can't imagine what's going to happen when my daughter goes to college.
I don't know. I have no clue.
And as I said time and time again, when she goes away to college, I'm going to move with her.
So that's going to be my assignment for the next week or two is packing and moving that stuff into a storage unit and picking out stuff that I'm going to use or what she's going to want, and then that.
So the people that are going to rent it, when you say long term, is it like a yearly thing or is it going to be?
Oh yeah, it's a yearly. Okay. They have to renew their lease every year. Okay. Yeah. So, but long term, as it's no longer going to be an Airbnb.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is fine because it's more consistent.
Exactly.
It's like when you're running an Airbnb, it could be lucrative, but the thing is, here in Arizona, the summer is super, super hot. Nobody wants to come here during the summer. We want to leave. We want to get out.
This is going to be my first summer not leaving.
Yeah. So, and then not only so it's hot, and then when you have an Airbnb, you have to get that place cleaned every single time somebody moves.
Paying for housekeeping.
All that adds up. So, So in a way, it's kind of nice and we don't have to worry.
But still,
we're in
that in between moment where you have to like take care of everything and get it out.
Well, that's the thing, once we move everything out, put in storage, at least we have a property management company that's going to be handling everything, because I don't want to have to having to collect rent. And they deal with any kind of complaints. If there's any any repairs that's needed, we have somebody that's going to come out. Yeah. I don't have to worry about anything except paying the property management company, which is really not a lot from what they're going to do, which I'm happy about.
It's a big stress reliever from you because you're concerned with everything going on in your household. You don't want to worry about another household.
Well, yeah. Right?
Yeah.
That's what I mean. It's like, that's why I'm like, she's moved in. My daughter's moved in. I don't want to worry about her until she moves into her apartment in a few months. That's my May.
Well, I told you May is mental awareness.
Yeah, my blood pressure's high. I am stressed, but I'm trying to handle that. Am I doing a good job, hopefully?
Yes, you are. You're doing an amazing job. And I think, you know what? Yeah. Every mother needs to hear that.
Oh, thank you.
No, seriously.
It's so much. It's like, I think I did have a moment, though. And I think every person should have it, not just mothers. But when you are having a moment when you feel like you're so overwhelmed, you really need to cry it out and you feel so much better. And I did that while driving.
Oh. Don't cry and drive. You can have an accident.
Please. No, I just needed to be like, but it felt
because you felt like you were all alone and you
were able to I think I was just trying to think. You know how sometimes you do a list in your head of what you need to get done, and I'm like driving and thinking, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, and I'm like, start talking to God and like, I offer this to you. Please make sure everything just go well. Give me the strength to do everything that I need to do, and and it makes me feel better. And then so also when we had the new Pope just the other day, right?
I know. Okay, I was going to ask you, how excited are you that the new Pope?
Okay, let me tell you. Well, that's the thing. I'm very excited. Like, wow, we're represent. But no, it was that day. So when I was watching it, I've just really, it's the Holy Spirit. It is. It's totally the Holy Spirit. It does that. Watching it, the white smoke came out. When you're watching the.
Did you see the white smoke? Were you watching it live? Because I just found out because I was at work.
I was watching it, and then you see the doves, which is like the doves was like I don't know. I started welling up. It's just like. I really started welling up. Like it really touches you. It really touches you. And then the doorbell rings. I'm like, oh my gosh! Like,
not now.
I'm not making this up. The doorbell rings, and then I forgot I had a courier. They were supposed to pick up something for me. That's I have. I'm like, oh. So I'm here and wiping. I'm like, I'm so sorry. I'm like trying to get the documents to give to him. And I said, a new Pope was chosen. And he's like, oh, really? I'm like, yes, this is why I'm crying. So,
and that person probably didn't care.
And he's like, oh, okay.
Like, I don't know what you're talking
about. I said, make sure this gets to wherever. I was telling my package, make sure this gets to wherever. Don't lose this thing.
I know. It's crazy because people feel differently. Like I was super excited and I did share the news with people like, oh my gosh, there was white smoke, and they look at me like,
what is that?
What do you mean white smoke?
It's the white smoke.
We have a new Pope.
Yeah. That was a moment. Yeah. I thought I was just watching, oh, this is great, and I started crying. And I'm like, oh my God, the Holy Spirit's moving.
That's a good thing.
It's a good thing. It is. So, and I think it was good because I had so much going on in my head that
you needed to have that joyful
moment. Yeah, just to feel good and just to feel positive, like everything's gonna work out, and as it always does. It does.
And that's the thing too. We really do stress ourselves out so much.
Yeah. And then
And in the end,
it works out. And I learned that from my kids. Just like they always tell me, Mom, it's gonna be fine. Don't worry about it. You're stressed too much. And they used to drive me up the wall. I'm like, who are these kids telling me about
how to feel?
How to
do?
Yeah. Exactly. And then now it's like, yeah, you're right. You're right.
But I think it's also normal and it's good because we have feelings and we're just expressing ourselves.
Yeah.
I mean,
well, we have feelings. Yeah. Of course we do.
Sometimes,
but we're moms. We're not supposed to.
I know. Like you said when you were crying in the car, have you ever cried in front of your children?
Yes. I have. Well, because I was when they were younger, I was reading something. We were at a restaurant. I was reading an article and I was crying and they're like, Mom, what's wrong? You know what I mean? It's like, oh, it's okay. I just need a moment, you know.
Because I don't think I've ever cried in front of my daughter. Well, I mean, if we're watching a movie.
Oh, well, yeah, they've seen me cry.
But if like something's bothering me emotionally, I don't think I've ever cried in front of her.
Oh.
And I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing because we want them to know that we're human too.
That you're real. Yeah.
Yeah.
They've seen me. They've seen all sides of me. They have.
Yeah.
My dog, definitely.
Oh, dogs.
They're my dog's the best. I was like, he's right here. But he always senses when something's up. And that's when he gives me those kisses. Because I'll be in the backyard and I'll just sit there and then that's when he'll come on and gives me the kisses. I'm like, oh. I was like, how come you always they always do. They do. They always know. That's what I needed. Yeah.
Dogs versus kids.
This one doesn't talk back. I love it.
I know, right? Unless you have
they listen to you and then they don't talk back.
Okay, well, I told you about our dog. And you don't believe me. I'm going to record it. Seriously talks to my mom.
Wrigley really talks to your mom back.
Really talks to my mom. I'm getting ready for work. My daughter's getting ready for school. And we can hear from across the hall, and my mom responds, no, not now. And the dog's like, and they're having a conversation.
Did we ever talk about this in a different episode?
We did talk to it.
We'll talk about it.
Yeah, and you didn't believe me, so I'm going to record it and I will share it.
Now that I'm thinking about it, you know how dogs senses everything. Mm-hmm. Do you think he just senses the fact that, she is somewhat kind of, her memory is not there?
Oh, okay. 100%. Like, my dog, my mom, they need each other. They help each other.
Yeah.
And my mom, I told you we had this conversation. Her idea of having exercise is getting up, walking outside, and taking the dog outside.
Yeah.
And so the dog will do it 100 times a day. And my mom's response, I just took you outside. And the dog's like,
and so like, Wrigley is just helping her have more mental clarity.
Yes.
Right?
It is.
Like trying to have her remember what she just did. Like, I just did that.
Or just saying, like, you need to move more. You're sitting on the couch too long. Get up again.
Oh, having her get up.
Yes.
Oh, that's a good thing.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, yeah, because I'm the only one that takes them for walks.
Okay, so why don't we do this? Now that when the kids are off school, why don't we walk the dogs super early, though, because that's when the weather's super nice. Can you do it? What days do you want to do it?
I can still do it Friday mornings.
Oh yeah, the Friday mornings will be a good.
Or even Saturdays.
Yeah, we have to do it like Friday, Saturday morning. I think it'll be good.
Yeah, it has to be early. Ugh. Man,
I mean, we're talking about it, but is it really going to happen? I don't know.
If we actually do it, we'll film it so you guys can see. Like, look, we're walking our dogs early in the morning. Early in the morning.
Early.
Really hot.
Like 5:30 in the morning.
Oh my gosh.
Well, the sun is up.
I know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Well, we hope you guys enjoyed us.
Yeah. So what is that topic that we had just had? Moving. All right. Well, till we see you again. Hope your May is going great. I mean, May just started, and it's pretty much we're going into the middle of the month, and
I know.
next thing you know, it's Memorial Day weekend, and then it'll be June.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Okay.
Thank you.
Have
subscribe, like, share.
Oh yeah, I keep forgetting to say that. All right. Bye.